What is up, YouTube? OCG here, and I'm coming at you guys today because we have a special news from the OCG. The OCG Forbidden Limited list is now available to be viewed. Yeah, that's right, guys. The OCG Forbidden Limited list. I don't know what just happened. Okay, yeah, the OCG Forbidden Limited list was just announced, and they did some pretty big changes to the OCG list. So we're gonna take a look at them. Um, yeah, let me go ahead. So, starting off is Forbidden. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity is now forbidden. Then for the limited, we have Redox, the Dragon Ruler of Boulders, Ib, the World Chalice, Jessical, Heavy Storm, Emergency, Rivalry of the Warlords. Then for the semi-limited, we have Change of Heart, My Friendly Purely, there can be only one, and big welcome labyrinth. And for the cards that are unlimited, we have Grandora X, the Dragon of Demolition, Tri-Brigade Fractale, Star Striker, Mobilize Engage, Dragonic Diagram, and Fawneries in a magnificent map. So yeah, these are the changes for the OCGs for a limited list. This while it's relatively small, there are some things that definitely got hit. I mean, the first one off is the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. Um, I guess this monster was just causing enough calamity that he had to be forbidden. I mean, synchros are not subjective to being, in the section of the game where they have not been banned or limited. I mean, we've seen a lot of them, you know, move around the list plenty of times throughout the last decade since they were introduced in the Duelist Genesis. So during that whole period of time, we saw Black Rose, Dark Strike Fighter, all these iconic synchro monsters, going left and right. So it isn't a surprise here to see that they decided to hit the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King of Calamity. I mean, probably because King Calamity is probably just being abused to hell and back. Or maybe there's even some future support that's coming out that would just give this monster even more abusability. So, yeah, that is a thing. Now let's talk about the limited section. So I think one of the biggest things on here is, of course, Heavy Storm. Now, if you guys don't remember, Heavy Storm, normal spell, destroy all spells and trap cards on the field. This card was forbidden. When was this card forbidden? This is like years ago. This is literally, I think, I want to say almost 10 years ago. Because the issue with Heavy Storm is that Heavy Storm, Harpies, whether that's their Giant Trune, were the big three in spell and trap removal. Um, Heavy Storm destroyed all spells and traps that were on both players' fields. Giant Trune returned all spells and traps on the field back to the hand, and Harpie's Feather Duster destroyed all spells and traps your opponent controlled. Now, remember, most of these were limited, and Duster was forbidden. It was up until the 2010s where they decided to ban Trunate because there was no answer to Trunate outside of maybe Solemn Judgment. Because Giant Trunate didn't destroy, it just returned the cards to the hand. So there was literally nothing you could do to stop it unless you had a spell or trap that simply negated a spell or trap in terms of its being activated, which is why Solemn Judgment was a thing. Then they banned Giant Trunade and they brought back Heavy Storm. Heavy Storm simply because Storm had answers to it, and at the time there were many things that could easily negate it. However, it wasn't until Pendulum where Pendulum abused Heavy Storm. So their ally answer to that was ban Heavy Storm. I think they limited Wavering Eyes. I think they actually banned Wavering Eyes. And then they brought back Harpie's Feather Duster. Now, what was the significance of bringing back Feather Duster? Well, Duster was a one-sided removal for spells and traps, and it's easy to get around Harpie's Feather Duster, even if you aren't rocking the Griffin Wing. And it's kind of the same thing when people were talking about, Dark Hole and Raigeki. Both of these are now in the game at multiples. There are a lot of answers to them, but they do things that check the board. So with Heavy Storm, is that a reason for it coming back? Is because it checks the field and it's not just one sided? We never know. Emergency, that's definitely hit to Rescue Ace, and that is one of their supply cards. Now, Of course, I've seen them do extremely well everywhere. So it makes sense that they started hitting it. Rivalry of the Warlords. And you know what's funny? We're going to talk about rivalry and we're going to talk about their penalty one. You limit rivalry of Warlords after semi limiting it. And then you limit, there can only be, you semi limit, oh, there can only be one. Two of multiple Floodgate cards have now been hit on both the TCG and the OCG. Reasons simple. Floodgate control. Literally, there are decks that just run nothing but floodgates, and it controls the game. It's the anti-meta, if you will, and it does become annoying. It does become an issue when your opponent can just side deck anything um, to basically say you can't play the game. I mean, it's already unfair as it is because modern Yu-Gi-Oh is basically just that. It's I'm gonna set up a turn full of omni gates and stuff, and you can't do nothing about it. Okay, game two. Here's everything that's gonna stop you from playing the game. It's just unfortunately simply how you get it become like there really isn't much in terms of repetition between back and forth. It's just whoever has the better hand and has the better strategy and has ways around things that would stop their strategy with. It's basically a game of luck. You're basically playing a children's card game version of poker. And even then, at that point, most of your players I know do play yogurt. Poker. I say yogurt. Poker. They probably eat yogurt. Anyway. Um so yeah, those are two major hits in terms of control. Um then we look at IB. IB going from forbidden to limited. I guess just to spark up things because I think they have Horror. I don't know if they don't have Horror, but World Chalice, Orcos, all those crazy things are gonna have IB back for their fancies. Change of Heart going to two, there's no surprise there. Because we have Snatch Steel now. So we have Snatch Steel, Change of Heart, Dark Hole, Raigeki, Heavy. Well, yeah, we'll most likely have Heavy. If that ever comes here in the TCG. Redox, the Dragon Ruler Boulder. So we all said it. We all said they were going to start mimicking Master Duel. So there's only enough time before the next list for TCG and OCG we get title the Dragon Ruler Waterfalls. And then all 8 Dragon Ruler cards will be unbanned. What significance does Redox have? Redox was the one that you discarded an Earth monster in itself to summon a monster from the graveyard in its either graveyard. So it was basically Monster Reborn. It was the highest defense statted Dragon Ruler, because has a defense of 3K. Level 7 Earth Attribute Dragon type monster. So you take all the advantages that you have as a dragon and an Earth monster, and you get that out of Redox. Now, we all know 2013, early 2014 was basically cements with Dragon Rulers and Dragon decks, using the Dragon Rulers as much as they could. So it's no surprise there that when they ultimately got banned, there was going to be eventually a time where it would come back. Because right now, the TCG has, I want to say, 3 Blaster, 2 Redox? No, 3 Blaster, 1 Redox, 2 Tempest. And I think the OCG now has 1 Redox, 2 Tempest, and 3 Blaster. Yeah, Blaster was the first one to get unbanned fully. I think it's don't quote me on this, but someone's probably gonna put in the conversation. But I'll ask it anyway. What are the stats of the Dragon Rulers? Not the low level ones, not the 3s and 4s. I'm talking about all the 7s. Tempest, Tidal, Redox, and Blaster. Because I think Blaster, Redox, and Tempest are now all unbanned. And Tidal is the only one that is fully banned. It's basically Foolish Burial. So, yeah, we want to see about that one. We're still here on it. We talked about all the limited cards. We talked about some of the semi-limited. Big welcome Labyrinth. That's just a hit Labyrinth, which isn't going to really slow them down because they just have ways to recycle their trap cards. And my friend Pearly is probably just to hit the Pearly monster because Pearly is still good no matter what situation you're in. I've seen Pearly whiteboards with their support, and it just keeps getting crazy. Crazier. So, for the unlimited, I mean, these are basically just cards that they feel like, yeah, these things are nice. Oh, there's an errata. There's an errata to Grandora. I don't know what the errata is, but it's probably just to make its effect be once per turn and only once that turn. So that's probably a good thing. Fractal being from semi-limited to unlimited because Tri-Brigade. Triple Mobilize Engage, people are excited. Triple Diagram, people are excited. Um, People are excited for 400 Reasons and the Magnificent Map, which means 400 Reasons is going to come back with Force. But also remember, 400 Reasons is already heavily nerfed as it is because in the OCG they have no barrier section of Stormwind. TCG, we have no Samorg and we have no barrier section. So that is a big difference there. But 400 still can take advantage of the normal summons and do all the shenanigans, especially now that they have triple of their map. I think the TCG still has triple of our map. We just don't have multiple terraformings and some other advances there. But yeah, this is basically the OCG version of the list. Their list goes into effect literally the same day our list goes into effect, which is um, January the 1st. So let me know what you guys think about the changes to the OCG Forbidden Limited list in the comment section below. I'm sure many of you do have your own opinions. And also, please leave in the comment section about the Dragon Lords because I don't remember where they are standing on the TCG or OCG side. So, with that said and done, let me know what you guys think about the changes um, in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel as it helps out tremendously. You can hit the notification bell to be informed of when I upload more content to my channel. My social media links are in the description box below. And yes, I do know there are sound issues. Well, look, ain't much I can do about it, but at least I am creating content. So, okay, guys, HPJ signing out. Take care.